Hello and welcome back to Rolex Play, where we roll dice and play games. And if it isn't your first time joining us, hello, we're here. I said that wrong, but it doesn't matter. This is Threads of Chaos. This is our weekday campaign of Kurthaic, hosted by myself. Thank you for joining. Again, if this is your first time, thank you for joining us. This is Chapter 2 of Episode 1. Easy to jump in from this point. Did I fuck up again? Oh,
Yeah, a little bit. Chapter 2 of episode
okay, it's
1.
okay.
I think you'll find this is episode 1 of chapter 2, everybody. Welcome back.
there we are. Thank you, Brooke. Thank
Weekday
you.
campaign, going great.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day. A lot of campaigns. Everything's overlapping. We'll see if I can even make it out of this this session. We'll see. But
It's all
yes,
thanks to you.
thank you, Leonie. Oh, at least someone does. Here we are. We're all here. Everyone has made it. And how about we introduce who everyone is, just in case if it's their first time watching. So I'm Max. I'm the DM for the entirety of this campaign. Next to me we have...
I'm Robbie. I'll be playing Alicia, Twilight Cleric.
Nice.
I'm Brooke. I'm playing Oberon, and just Oberon, and there's nothing special. Don't worry about it.
Nothing you need to know.
I'm Leonie. I'll be playing Cal. There is definitely something special to be known about Oberon. And... Oh, wrong direction.
Hello, I'm Arne, and I'm the player of Oren. I'm the resident crafter.
That's
I craft
right.
stuff.
The MC himself. We're all here. We're all ready to play some D&D. We're all itching our feet. It's been a while for us, so we're going to have a little bit of a recap to see where we've been. But yes, without further ado, let's just get into it. So, the party members of this troupe that are in the estate, there is no name for who you are, your band, your group as a whole. But you've been brought together under the gaze of Aiden Hassar, a demonic force that is a force of good. He has instilled a task for each one of you, with the boon at the very end of it to receive a wish for anything that you want in this world. The task, though, is a tricky one, and one that deserves a high reward, killing several demonic forces. Now, what are demons? Demons are the antithesis of a god. They have godly powers, godly influence. They can give powers to others. Can they be killed? It is uncertain, but they can be captured. And that is a way that this troupe has been currently handling some of these demons. In Chapter 1, they had found 2 demons of the same body, defeated them, although with some casualties their end. But they were able to trap them and essentially send them to the outer edges of time, to where they cannot be touched or intervene in mortal affairs. Now, as the party are looking ahead after this first fight, again, wins as they won, but losses because they had lost friends, they seek to train and practice and refine their craft, whilst also exploring themselves and who they are. So, a time jump, 6 months to be exact, to where they can travel, gather resources, and to keep in touch with people both old and new. So, with that in mind, the estate that you're in can teleport across the plains. So travel is essentially not an issue, as long as there's no demons around. It is done sparingly, but there are key areas that you can teleport and transport to. So the estate is yours to command in that regard. You have people there to train you and to teach you how to better fight these demons or to enhance your own abilities, which you have done so during this time. So, who would like to go first on what they got up to during the downtime? Oh, there we are.
Cal first.
Okay. Nothing too troublesome. Cal, in his downtime, he trained a bit with Richter, and I guess developed some sort of bond with him, learning a bit about him. He also flirted with Nebula, but I don't know where that will go, so let's see. He then contacted, for another party member, someone in the city of Zeftal, and was hopefully permitted to visit, spending some time in the Flying City. Afterwards, he went using the house. He went to Vadem, visiting both his parents and also his brother, who he tried to ensure himself is not actually in any cahoots with any demons, and may or may not have committed some sort of crime while being there. Who knows? And afterwards, on the track back from the different continents, returning to the house, he spent the next few months in the wilderness, reacquainting himself with nature, trying to figure out more stuff about his two companions, Jellybeans and Janet, and yeah, just lost himself in the wilderness for a bit.
Okay. We're actually going to take a little quick moment in time, in fact. Looking back at one of these moments now. Cal, as you're kind of going back and forth training alongside both Jellybean and Janet, there's two things on both sides that kind of stand out to you. Janet is getting bigger, stronger. This rose dragon that has been gifted to you by a patron of sorts, a patron of the land. You have been feeding it.
Fine, immortal.
Yes. You have seen it grow and get bigger over time. Its hunger is starting to wane slightly as it seems to pass up most of the animals and creatures that you are finding within these woods. It needs something more now. It needs something of substance, something bigger to get bigger. So that leaves you a bit of a thing to consider for the future. Jellybean, on the other hand, is getting slightly smarter. As you're going through teaching it and showing it different things, this amorphous blob of a plant creature is slowly starting to gain features rather than what it was before, which was just pretty much a blob of a thumb with opposable arms and legs. It is now starting to gain definition around the jawline, around the neck, and even in parts, as you look into his mostly translucid body, you can see what looks like elements of veins, beginning to spread out, like a nervous system reaching out to different parts. It's odd, it's weird, and it begins to learn a bit of the common as you teach it. But we'll say during all of this, as you are in the wilderness training, your patron does come to you in meditation and ritual. You find yourself in a bed of roses as the hillside rises up, and what looked like a flower bed, large and impressive, recoils and turns into this huge dragon made of roses themselves. They look down at you, curious and thankful. You have done well to feed Janet, but their hunger is waning, and they desire something more of substance.
Right, like bigger or more intelligent? Like, do I have to start feeding us souls? It would get kind of conflicting, and I'm not sure how the rest of how my friends would feel about that. So, is it souls? It's not souls, right? It's just bigger targets, right?
Bigger in both mind or body, either one. These lesser beings are less substantial. Janet needs more.
Okay. I can do that, probably. Yep.
Good. You are doing well with Janet. They are happy beside you.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Are you happy beside it?
Yes. I am greatly enjoying myself at the moment.
Do you crave anything, Calameus?
Oh, do I crave? I mean, the waiting time is getting pretty long. Like, it's been a few months since we've been sent to kill any demons. So, you know, if Hazar could get his move on and locate one of the other ones, that would be really nice. So, but I doubt that you could actually interfere with that. So, I'll just have to continue to wait. Some more.
These demons.
Yes.
I told you before that when they expire, Janet could feed on them.
Yeah, but I proposed that idea, and it received mixed feedback. So maybe if an opportunity arises at a later point, but the ones we currently have, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But maybe later, you know, if it happens in the heat of the moment, then who's to say that it was intentional?
Yes, intentional. A happy coincidence.
Exactly. Like, we're gonna be fighting at least 9 more of these, so at some point it's gonna, you know, at some point the opportunity might arise. Or not. Who knows?
You have a good spirit, one that is eager. Would you like to become like us?
In what way?
One with nature, one of the land.
Am I not already sort of being a shifter and all? Like, I already vibe with, like, animals and plants pretty well. So
They grow closer, and you see the full frame of them, the snouts placed right against your face, the eyes staring at you with a green tint. You are closer than others, but there is still a touch of divine in you.
oh.
I could make you everlasting.
Like, oh. How would be that to have, like, so much time to do cool shit?
The world
All
would
the
be
time.
yours.
Well, that sounds like way too much responsibility. But, like, the whole having time, stop that, What would that entail? Like, is that painful? Because that sort of sounds like something that might be painful.
You see their reflection changes towards Janet. They are the key. Keep them well fed, and you will be too. You are bonded together.
I can do that.
You can or you will.
I will. I have been. I
That's
will
it.
continue to, obviously. Yes.
Yes. Good. Well, I'm very delighted to hear that, Carl.
Ooh. Also, I know I already mentioned, but Jellybean's been, like, evolving and stuff. And you mentioned that their creator is, like, a friend of yours, or at least, like, one of your kind. Am I doing what I need to be doing for Jellybean? Is there something more I could be doing? Is there a way I could ask their creator themselves? Because, you know, hearing from the parent is always very helpful.
Well, you are his parent.
Oh, that's a nice thought. But I don't know shit about it.
Well, you should. Jellybean
Oh.
is you, Carl.
What?
With time, Jellybean will be you.
Could you elaborate on that?
It is molded from your essence. A child of yours. One of this land. They are your baby.
Oh my god, I'm a father. I'm way too young to be a father. Okay. But it's not like my baby in the way that it's gonna eat me once it's an adult, right? There's some animals do that.
Kind of just side
Well,
eyes.
if you're like giving me eternal life, then I guess it can't kill me. Okay. Interesting. So I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing, and it's going to turn out fine, and I have a baby. Cool. Cool. Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you, I guess. Huh. Yeah. I can do this. I got this. I can totally be a father. I got this.
As you're having this existential internal monologue, they pull back and leave you to it. Now, as you see Jellybean, those features that were mentioned previously, you start seeing, similar to yourself, pointed ears start to kind of peek out the side, a slender sort of jawline, almost mirroring yourself, but it's still very blobby in size and dimensions.
Cool. I'm keeping that one to myself for now. So
Fair,
even
that's
upon, because we have this rule sort of standing that we tell each other everything unless we specify not to. I am specifying. Kel's keeping this one to himself.
Okay. All right. That's a little bit of an overview of what you get up to. We'll jump back to more as time goes on. Anybody else?
No? Question mark?
Does someone else want to go next?
If you want, Brooke, you can go ahead.
Nope.
Okay.
Just get them off.
Do you want to go next, Arne, or do you want me to go? Okay, I'll go, I guess.
Let's go, Robbie. You got this.
Silent.
Yeah. Am I just describing what I've done? Okay.
Yeah, during the 6 months, just give us a general idea of what you got up to.
So Alicia was also training with Richter. Also, maybe along the way, gave him some tips, considering he noticed that he's moving a bit slower and having a harder time after being paralyzed. And they chatted, they talked. What the fuck were my notes for downtime? Avoid his family. Maybe would write to his mom occasionally just to be like, hey, I'm alive. Things are going okay. He would train with his deck, trying to become more in tune with his cards, kind of trying to push himself in his expertise. So he's ready for the next fight with the demon. He would be also working on making potions / elixir / some medicine to help out the party when needed. And probably the second most important thing to him, he would be trying to find ways to get to Zaftal along with Cal, so he can go speak to Kai and maybe visit him.
Okay. You also speak to Nebula as well, you said.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, we're going to focus on that now.
Oh boy.
You approach Nebula in some of the time away from the group to ask him some questions that you had that were kind of brewing in your mind that you've always been wanting to ask but never really got around to because it was hard. It's time, a lot going on. Downtime is perfect, 6 months. You can bring up at any point. So we'll say one day when you're in her pocket galaxy, this small kind of extra dimensional space that she has where all of the constellations gather together but frozen in time, you are chatting as you do normally, and then you bring up the question. If you could please elaborate the question that you have.
I've been meaning to ask about the past, and I know you don't like talking about it, but I'd like to have a clear picture, so when somebody like Hassar tries to speak ill of you, I can defend you properly about what happened when you were trapped and why and by whom.
This very flamboyant goddess that is here with you, just looking at the stars, turns her attention to you. So you want to know about everything then?
I guess if that's everything. I just want to know your side of the story.
And that is completely fair. I'm asking a lot of you, and I have not really given much in the way of answers. The reason that I am here is a 1 in a billion chance. You live in a world far beyond mine. It is a place of dreams and a place that inspires. Korthaic. It is a wellspring of potential. My world never had that. There was never dreams there. There was never potential. You made what you had, and you got by. But you always needed a little bit of help. And that is where we came in. The Heralds. We all comprise elements of the cosmos. How we came about? Well, once there was nothing, and then there was everything. Everything simultaneously in one blink of an eye. The stars were born, the cosmic dust surrounded them, light and darkness spread. Space, and everything that encompasses it. In the hierarchy of power, we were the strongest. We were that world's gods. They needed something, they asked for it, we would provide. But as time went on, it became too much. Not every wish could be granted. Not every question could be answered. Thousands and thousands of worlds, and there was only a handful of us. We could not be everywhere at once. although we tried. Gods and heralds are one and the same. We listen, we help. We sometimes forget. It's the times we forgot that started to pay back. The people got angry. The people stopped worshipping us. It is all because of fear. Fear of the dark. I was a power of change. There were others that were powers of light and fortune. And there was one that was ever feeding and ever hungry. A creature of dark matter that no one could stop. One that would just travel and consume. It would consume everything into its darkness. The voices were hushed. No one to pray. Lives gone. None of us could deal with this dark matter. And the fear continued to spread. There was no hope. And they turned their back on us. Rightfully so. For me, they had used my gifts against me, my fortunes. They gathered all the cards up in that deck, and they trapped me in it. I cannot blame them. And what did they do afterwards? Throw it into space. But out of all of the directions they could have thrown me in, as I was flying for hundreds, if not thousands of years, I landed here. Now, that could be probability. It could be fate. It could be some higher power. But I'm here. And in your hands.
So, they trapped you because you couldn't deal with one of your own. Is that correct?
Essentially.
That doesn't sit quite right with me. Why would they do that? Do they think you were... that you could, but you wouldn't?
One of us had tried, and they were consumed in the darkness and disappeared forever. The rest of us did not even want to try it. There was a lot to lose if one of us had been killed. We comprise most of what that world had. Remove the goddess of stars and there are no more stars. We could not risk it.
I understand. But... what about the Everlight? Did they ever come into the equation?
I was not around for that. I was cast away before I had even heard of this Everlight.
So this is somewhat quote unquote new.
It's newer for me. But from what we've seen, their power and influence, perhaps it's been much longer. This world that you find yourself in, Kurthayek, I wasn't lying when I said it was a wellspring of potential. We never even knew it existed. It was a form of fairy tales for even heralds, that this place could even be. We always thought that it was the center of creation, where that nothing and everything originated. But none of us ever found it. Or at least none of us shared that information.
You did mention something that makes me feel like this place is essentially hidden from the rest of these worlds.
I've tried to peer out of this world, beyond the stars. But when I look out, all I see is a pair of eyes. Ones that I cannot break past.
Do you think this antimatter thing could get here? Or do you think this place is also beyond its limits?
It's possible. The worlds that are in its path see it coming for years. And in fact, your gods, Moradin and Sahanin, they were a part of this world of creators. One where they could actually create things with their own minds and hands. But even their world could not escape this dark matter, the herald of darkness. Their people, I remembered it as clear as day, sung. They sung for days on end, until the darkness came and destroyed their home. And then it was silence thereafter. But your Sahanin and Moradin, well, it looks like they escaped and found this place.
So, essentially, they're aliens? Technically? I think we knew that before, but pretty much confirmed now. So, why didn't you like them so much then? Were they one of the people who trapped you?
No, they are not. It is how much stronger they have become whilst they've been here. It feels as though they have taken advantage of the powers that are. And for me, that is exploitation. It is cheating the system. There are rules in place, and they bypass them.
They haven't told anyone about what went down outside of this world.
Why would they? This is the beginning of your history. Why would they want to taint it with death?
Still think like some people should know at this point.
I don't know.
Thank you for telling me. I assume it's not easy to talk about.
I don't mind sharing these things with you, Alicio. But it does worry me that I cannot see what is happening. And I cannot give you facts.
Maybe we can find a way for you to peek out. I don't really know what this creature is staring back at you, but maybe you can be convinced.
I am not sure about that. I
Even
don't
if you
even wish
can't,
to
I
say
mean-
his name.
God damn it, it's that motherfucker again. Okay. Well, I still appreciate you being honest with me. Even if you may not all the facts of what's going on outside of this world.
Alicio, they cast me away. That world is not my world. This world isn't either. The only thing that I know is for certain is that you are my world. You saved me. I could have been in that library forever.
Well, as you said, it might have been fate, it might have been chance. Either way, I'm glad I found you. But I didn't do a lot. And I hope you can learn to like this world too, even if you don't consider it your own.
There are some things to like.
Mm-hmm. Such as?
There are some better pleasures here than there were in the other world.
Really?
Well, in the
Like
other worlds, we
drinks
never
and
really
things?
had sin or a vast amount of sentiment, and well, you handled that all very well.
Uh-huh. Did you say sin?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by that exactly?
Do you not like a little bit of lust? Or gluttony?
For tea, maybe? But I understand it, I suppose, from a different perspective.
Well, it is very interesting nonetheless, and the vices that are here are very pleasurable.
I hope you also find some other things nice other than the sins. But who am I to judge?
If you're worried about me being tainted, that won't happen.
No, I know you won't. I know you're good. But I think there is other things that you didn't enjoy.
Like?
Nature. There's a few flowers that remind me of you.
I do like how your world has been painted. It's done by a nice hand.
Nods along as if he knows what she's talking about. I suppose. Sunsets are quite nice.
They are. What fascinates me about this world more is its primordial aspects. The arcane weave, divinity I've seen and done. But those two aspects are quite unique. Everything just works together in harmony here.
Like it's all one living thing.
As though it was always meant to be. Possibility everywhere. Truly the seed of creation.
Well, I guess now if anybody else says that the world doesn't revolve around us.
Alright, let your ego, leave your ego outside of the extra dimensional pocket, okay?
It was a joke about space.
Haha.
I'm still working on the humor bit.
Darling, you're doing an excellent job. But when you're talking to a space god and you talk about space, it seems very in bad taste.
Oh, sorry. Noted for future. But how come Aiden Hazara knows so much about you? And why does he have beef with you?
I don't know who he is specifically. I would need to do more research. But it seems that the man prior was quite a knowledgeable man. This estate is evident of that. Someone is prepared for the worst and understands what the worst is. Not like some others that think, oh, I need to get extra bottles of water because, there might not be more water.
Okay.
But it always rains. So, water. Never a commodity.
Oh, drink straight rain. Never mind.
Or just drink blood or, wine.
Sometimes. Never mind. Well, I don't understand what kind of problem he has with you. But, seemingly it's something to do with you being a herald.
Well, all I have to say to that is join the club.
Well, to be honest, while I respect that he's trying to do good, I don't really care for his opinion about you. He doesn't know you.
That's fair. But don't underestimate him for his small judgment.
I don't.
He may be tunnel visioned, but he knows what to say when to say it. He's a very tactical person, which is both good and bad.
He says he doesn't really feel emotions or has bias, but obviously he does, considering he has something against you or your kind. It's interesting. In some ways we're similar, but I feel like I have to observe him more to be able to come with a well-rounded conclusion. Not sure if I fully trust him yet.
Well, he is made and comprised of a demon. That is his internal essence. A demon, from what I understand, is the negative version of a god. Perhaps he is just like our herald of dark matter. Perhaps something that is just the antithesis of creation, destruction.
Maybe. But I don't think he would be trying to do good. And unlike him, I don't want to judge just based on what he is.
Of course. You're a man of science, Alicia. You have to do your hypothesis and your studies first before you find the correct diagnosis.
The part that he's a demon is taken into account, but there's other things. At least others seem to somewhat trust him.
To say he has no bias is a lie. Perhaps his motivations are spearheaded, but his heart, it is always going to be aligned. Even the heralds have the same problem. Compassion is something that you cannot remove. We all want to love. It is how many heartbreaks does it take for that to stop?
I mean, even without love, there's other emotions too that can cause bias.
Well, observe him. See what you can find.
Oh, and in case he brings up the herald thing again, should I say anything?
I take no offense. He may say whatever he wants. He's a small man.
Ooh, okay. Crosses out like 10 sentences, just says, go fuck yourself. She's actually good. Just like insults. Okay. Puts down note. Okay, good to know. As long as it doesn't bother you, then it shall not bother me. Also, all of these planets, were they still there when you were around, or were some of them already?
This is from my last memory of everything. With me gone, there is no nebula. There is no cosmos. It is just lights and stars and planets and asteroids. But this is what it was. Completely different now, I'm sure.
Still very beautiful.
That's why I like having it around. A home away from home.
Thank you for sharing it with me.
I might try and teach you to make your own. Paint it as you like, the stars, the skies.
Pocket dimension?
Why not?
Thank you. That would... Are you sure that I'm ready for that?
Why not?
You lagged out, Max. What?
Why not? Why not? There's no problem with it.
Okay.
What's going to happen?
sounds
Tear a
amazing.
hole in space and time?
That can happen.
We're on the world of potentials. Anything can happen here.
Oh, okay. I'll try not to think about that at night.
Yeah, don't. All right, get going.
Alright. Thanks for the chat, as always. Gives him a
Okay.
hug.
She accepts it. And she's kind of like startled slightly. Okay.
Oh, so I'll need your help later for picking an outfit. Okay, bye.
I'll be sure to give you some good recommendations.
He nods and rushes out.
You leave to see Nebula just cracking a small smile as you leave. A smile and a look that your mother would give you from time to time as she'd see you and wish you good day as you go about your studies and around the house. Okay. Well, your downtime will continue throughout the story as we go on. How about we have two people left, Brooke or Arne. Who would like to go next?
I'd just like you to know that I have so many new questions now. And theories.
Yes.
And that's okay. But also, why?
I don't mind. I can go next if Arne does not want to go, or Arne, you can go if you would
No,
like.
I can. You can decide.
We'll go with Arne. I've decided.
Okay.
And all the cams are stop working for some reason. Anyway.
Well,
What's happening? Why am I down?
Sorry, I just had to BRB real quick.
You're good. Go for
anyway,
it. Arne.
yeah, Oren is going to start his off time by visiting his family. He probably hasn't in a while.
Now you go. Insta stuff.
Brooke is coming in and out because their internet's just died, I guess. Oh,
Hello?
hi.
Oh.
Hello. I think your internet just died.
Everything looks fine on my end, and I can still hear you guys fine. So I don't know what happened with the cam, but
Okay. You also lagged out for a bit, so I think you're all back
Okay.
to normal now. Arne's gonna go through his backstory.
yes,
Downtime.
lovely.
So yes, so Olrin goes to see his family. Excellent. What else does he get up to?
Family visit, and then he's going to organize a bit of a prospectoring trip. Like visiting the usual places, anything renowned for rare or unique mineral deposits, like the Ember Peaks, the Primal Expanse, perhaps even the elemental plane of Earth. Basically, harassing Hassar to take him places.
Which he's happy to do. Okay, excellent.
Yep.
Is there anything else that
Oren
you get
would
up to as well?
also, yeah, Oren would also like to inquire with the temple for their connections to traders, wherever they may be, so he can have a secure supply for materials, even on the road, wherever the next demon hunt might take us. And then finally, Oren would like to try and find his brother. He had a small little conversation where his brother assured him he was getting married and is fine, but he lives on the continent where divine power is being diminished, and Hassar had some very dreadful forecast for his brother's current state or fate. So Oren would very much like to find his brother.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that last part actually just now. You know that your brother is somewhere in Ishbahi, a continent that is currently under some tumultuous sort of pacts. There are two essentially tribes that are trying to claim it as theirs. Those that reside under the water and those that reside over it. Mainly the Everett dynasty and some pirate clans are trying to claim it as theirs. The reason for it is because this continent used to be in the water, below the waves, below the sea. It was a part of the ocean floor and had made home for a lot of tritons. However, an event a few years ago had caused the uprising of it, and now it sits above the water's edge, its own continent altogether, split in two. Now, tracking down your brother is quite a difficult task, but Aiden Hassar, as well as Coral Shazad, both of them will kind of help aid in tracking down and breaking down the barriers of anti-divination that perhaps may be surrounding your brother, whether it's his choice or not. There is a point where they do pinpoint a space, and there is a question from Aiden Hassar of whether to actually teleport in or not. With some convincing, he brings you in and essentially airdrops you off in a blink of an eye, pushes you through the door as they appear, and then the estate disappears almost straight away afterwards. But for you, Ulrin, you find yourself in this almost seafloor bed, but in air. You see corals that are bleached and some that are bright, large and wide, just left here soaking up the sun. There is not an element of water around, as it's been completely landlocked, this space that you find yourself in. But you can see there are signs of people, a tribe, a town of sorts. And as you investigate further, you can see an amalgamation of people that have come together. You see humanoid individuals of dwarven, elven, and human kin, and you also see tritons, as well as these cephalopods, these kind of like octopus-looking humanoids that walk with the tentacles and kind of act in a more humanistic manner. As you're seeing all of this, they begin to approach cautious, as you see some of them carrying weapons and pointing them in your direction. But one of them kind of like brushes them past and puts their hand in the air. Hey! Is that Ulrin?
On deck.
Shit. It is you. As you see, removing the kind of long cloths that he seems to carry and wear. Nothing metallic, nothing really built of quality like your own armor. Most of it just tapestries and elements of cloth. He begins to pull them off and shows his face, and you can see your brother beginning to rush over and kind of embrace you into this hug. As you look at him and see him for the first time in quite a while, there is this kind of strange complexion to him that is fairly fresh. He looks clean. He looks very well kind of kept. There was a few like crow's feet he has, but they've kind of like almost rescinded altogether. And he seems very youthful, although being a dwarf and someone who has been hard-labored most of his life. What are you... It's good to see you, brother. What? How did you get here?
Complicated procedure of divination and teleportation.
Divination. Okay.
Honestly, I have no idea. I didn't do either of those.
Well, it doesn't matter. You're here now. Please come in. Everyone, this is my brother, Ulrin, as he just begins to gesture to the crowd of people. You see some of them have firearms in hand, kind of like aimed, but now they've lowered them, seeing as it's some familial connection between the two of you. Oh, where are my manners? Please, Ulrin, please. This is our small tribe that we've brought together here, all from far and wide, come here and, well, trying to make a stand. if you will. But where have you
Understand.
been? Uh,
Well, tell me over dinner, let's say.
yes, of course.
I've I have much to tell you as well. Much happened.
Oh well, I can't wait to hear it. Have you been home at all?
Yes, just recently.
Good,
Of
good,
course, I'll tell you what I know.
great, great. Tell me everything. Ah, brother, it's good to see you. As he puts his arm around you again, he kind of like pokes your belly a little bit, and have you gotten fat?
Eating well as ever.
Good. I wouldn't want to see you skinny any day. Good, good man, good man.
And
Oh,
tribal life has been treating you well, I see.
oh well. It's not quite the tribal life itself. We'll talk about it. Come, come. And he brings you into the village where you can see it's all very nicely decorated, but it is definitely just this makeshift camp that's been put together. It seems to have started in the center and has just slowly grown out to this large canopy of coral reefs that has kind of like embound and created this protection around the small encampment that they've made. Here, there's maybe around 55 people, him being one of those 55. Not many. It's quite a small kind of town, village. You can see people are walking out of its barrier, going to different areas. Some of them are being cured and healed from the injuries that they had received. Definitely looks like they are in the midst of some sort of revolution, fight, something along those lines. But your brother will just continue to kind of explain. Don't mind all of this. We're trying to fight the good fight, brother. It's difficult. Both sides are trying to be a bit negative about this whole ordeal. Ever since this primordial being rose out of the waters and landed here, everyone's been a bit, well, jurisdictions claiming whether it's their land or his land. Why can't it be all of our lands? I don't quite get it, but people will try to take advantage of the situation.
I can see that. Got part of the war myself. I was just sailing on water and suddenly I'm attacked by the sea witch.
Sea witch? What do you mean, sea witch?
From what I know, very old being, rides some kind of spectral kraken.
Can you roll an insight check?
All right.
Is this his bestie?
14. You can roll again because he's your brother. You have advantage.
Oh, wait.
What is it? We need to roll above 14. What is happening? What is this man hiding?
18. Okay.
He's married to the sea witch.
as you're kind of like saying all of this to him, he's like, "What do you mean by attacked? What happened?"
Well, we were sailing along and our ship got boarded by these humanoid creatures overgrown with coral, and spectral tentacles sprouted all across the innards of the ship.
Okay. Well, okay. This is a little concerning. A little bit awkward as well, I'd say. But okay. What ship were you in? Because maybe that has a bit of a reasoning behind it.
What was it? The Silver Hand?
The ship that you were on at the time was the Poison Ivy, I believe.
They were talking about something Silver Hand.
Silver Hand was another ship.
The-
Yeah.
And also there's the dragon, which you might be... That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Oh,
Skyhook.
There was mention of this happening. So you were on this ship.
Yep. Me, Cal. You remember Cal? Small boy.
Yes.
I got the alcohol. Yeah.
The one who
Even-
broke into the cellar and drank all of the alcohol. That one.
Exactly that one.
When he was like
Uh,
12. Nice. Yeah.
We're traveling together now.
Really?
Yeah.
You and him?
Yep.
Wow. Never would have thought it. He seems a little too chaotic for your liking, but...
He is a handful, yeah.
uh,
But trust me, he pulls his weight. If you could see him, last time he didn't hit so well with his bow, but he's practicing, I'm sure.
Well, he's got a good shooter in yourself. I can see your armor is looking much better than last time. You've made some nice improvements.
This old thing. I'm
Old
currently
thing.
planning a new one.
You crack me up. There's always something you're tinkering on. You know what? I'm glad for you. I'm glad you found purpose with Moradin. You know, we all need a bit of purpose in life. We're all
We
just
do.
a bit stagnant. Need some drive, something to fight for. It's just a shame that you got in the crossfires of our fight. Sorry about that. I'll have to speak to Menaher before and see why they did that.
You're all in contact then.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
So-
There's a couple of us. She's one of the generals, a part of our sect.
You're all fighting for cohabitation of these lands?
Trying to. It's very difficult. We have everyone trying to take the natural resources of this place. It belongs to the Tridents, but we also understand that surfer dwellers like ourselves, we have some stake in it as well. Land is land. It should never be owned by anyone in particular. It should never be cut up and devised into sections. This is an opportunity for all of us. Cities and towns are being overfilled. There are dangers in forests and creatures rising from the grounds. Nowhere is safe, but here, it's a safe haven. There's something here that is different from anywhere else. Maybe it's due to the fact that it's a living, breathing Corthaean immortal, but maybe not. It's inviting. It's good. All of us here, we've felt the benefit of being here. And we want everyone to have that as well. Not just one person, one power. We should all have it. It's only right. It's only fair. And well, Menaher and her partner, they're both leading this endeavor.
Right. Can't exactly say I'm really into this place. Might be my affiliation with Moradin, but it kind of gives me the crawls.
I can understand that.
might be the blotted out divination.
Yes, well, the Corthana mortals, they don't take kindly to divine powers. All of us here have to resort to whatever we make with our own hands. Divine energy is just taken away, just goes, disappears. Can't take a hold here. That's the nice thing about it, too. Maybe not so much for yourself.
Well, certainly not, but were you so into no divinity?
Well, I'm not necessarily. I still do my prayers, and I'm still very grateful for everything that our family has provided under the banner of Moradin. But this is a place where no one can influence. No one can change. The gods, they give us ways to live. And that's fine. We need drive. We need devotion. We need something. But I prefer to devote myself to the land, to the people that call it home. I still respect gods. I'm not trying to blasphemize anything, but when you've seen the things that I have, it's truly remarkable. Look, come. There's something I'd like you to see.
Lead the way.
As he begins to lead you further in, he begins to speak. A lot of us here have been here since the beginning, when it first arisen 20 years ago. He gestures to some human man who is about 18, 20. He's been here since the beginning. And no, he wasn't here as a child. He just hasn't aged. There's something about this land that keeps us going, instills strength and vigor. That's how we're able to fight so many armies. And, well, the things we've done is pretty crazy. But here, and he gestures to a crack in the floor, where it seems to delve deeper and deeper. Sometimes at night, you can hear the breathing. The dormant, immortal, just sleeping. And that breath that fills all of us here. And it gives us this vigor. I can't describe it anymore, but it makes me feel young again. Stronger than I was before I came. And that's after fighting off handfuls of armies and people trying to take resources from this land. This is something worth protecting, and to ensure it doesn't go in the wrong people. Breathe it in, brother.
I make a careful approach, and yeah, breathe it in.
Okay. You look down into the chasm below, and it is never ending. It is a drop into infinity as you see no end. And as you hold there quiet, you can hear the bubbling of a breath just filter up. And you feel it hit you. And you feel younger. You feel bolder. Can you roll a d10, please?
Boy. Also, can I just say I understood Boulder?
That's okay.
No, my hair.
The hair just fades out. You your age decreases by 9 years.
God.
You are now 9 years younger.
Gosh, it's dangerous. We cannot let Alicia or Cal
And-
get too close to that.
And with that,
Otherwise, it's gonna be Google Gaga, bro.
goo goo gaga my ass. And with that, your strength modifier increases by 2.
Modifier.
Yeah. So, well, the ability score altogether. So,
At least to just
Yeah.
be a Jack 10-year-old. What the hell?
Imagine.
just the yokes, baby.
What the fuck is this? What type of crack?
Beside
Or
immortals,
whatever
everybody.
the fuck is.
I wrote to bro, this is how the crackheads get you. Just one sniff, bro. Just one. Trust.
You feel the air enter your
We're
lungs.
fighting the good fight, bro. Promise.
And for a moment, as it enters, the divinity that surrounds you fades. And you don't care. For that moment, you're fine with it not being there. But then you come back to your senses, and you feel that divine presence stand once more.
Invigorating. But it really doesn't like divinity.
No. We've run into that issue before.
Apologies. And I step back. As nice as that may be for, well, non-clerics, I've just felt Morin's power recede, and even happy about that. I don't think I should feel that way. It's messing with my head.
Of course, brother. Take a step back. It might be a lot straight away. But you can see what's here and why it needs to be protected. As he's having this conversation with you, you feel this presence behind you that's looking over all of this. You turn, and a silent person has just arrived. No footsteps, no sounds. They just stand there looking down. A taller figure. They themselves seem human, but their skin is almost completely blanche white, just like the same corals that are in this area. However, growing out from their eye and down the side of their face, you see a colorful pattern of corals that just extend out and past and at different points, spreading wide and very outlandish. He is wearing this kind of white tan suit, which is in keeping with the same sort of skin tone that he has, and his eyes are almost cat-like as he's staring at you. Hello.
Oh. Hello. My name's Oren. Bravo of Kordek over here. And, you are?
He breathes in, and you feel that same sort of like almost draw of your divine energy, as if he's breathing it in. Just like a hint, a waft, and then he stops.
Fuck no.
Brother, I am Sarkish Thrawn, Admiral. And I am the leader of this merry band. He looks over to your brother. You are looking into the cave? Yes, I thought it was a good idea to show him. Yes, it is always an excellent idea. Will you be staying with us long, Ulrin?
Just a day. I have much to do, but I would like to catch up with my brother.
Ah, of course.
But
You want to make up on lost time. Certainly. And then I will leave you to it. But it is
Thank you.
nice seeing someone of divine background here. Enjoy your stay. He looks over to your brother. When your brother is left, we will speak further on the next plans. Oh, certainly. Of course. Sarkish. Then good day to you. And you see he just hovers away. As he was looking at you and as you seen him breathe in, you watched as features of him almost extended for a moment. His ears got pointier, his teeth got sharper, and his eyes dilated. But then they kind of receded and returned back to normal. Don't worry about him. He's just a little strange around new people.
Whose features morphed?
The Admiral's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, is he sucking my brother's dwarf kind out of him?
Imagine.
So I started the campaign with a hill giant with too much dwarf, and now we're ending with my brother with too little dwarf.
Does he become more human, or what happens? It's so odd. So odd to think. What's the genetic base? What's the
He just
baseline?
grows.
Yeah.
He just starts growing.
We're trying to distill the dwarfest dwarf.
Your brother will just kind of pat you on the shoulder. Come on, let's grab something to eat. I'll show you around a bit more. I'm sure there's a couple of keepsakes I can give you. There's a lot of treasure around here. Mainly one of the reasons why pirates love it so much.
That's very generous. Thank you. If I can cast divine spells here, I might see what I can do about some of your injured.
Oh, please, yeah. If there's anything you're willing to spend, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Okay. I'm not going to meddle or judge a fight I know basically nothing of. I'll spare that for later when I know a bit more. But I'll never be against you. So, this much, fine.
Thank you, brother. Well, you know what, if there's nothing you're doing, or if you and Cal need a new job, or like to join us in this revolution, you're always welcome to join the Unionists.
That said, I've been traveling mostly through the Aberrath Dynasty lately. So, my views so far are a bit skewed.
Well, perhaps don't mention the Aberrath Dynasty around some of the people here. They have a bad relationship with them. But I understand.
I can imagine.
Okay, well, let me show you around. And he'll begin to show you the local area. If you could roll a religion check as well, please.
Yeah. Normal or advantage?
Let's say advantage, sure. Ooh.
23.
This is in relation to the Admiral. as you'd seen him flare and change for a moment into this more monstrous sort of look, that was the telltale signs of a vampire. Someone drawn on divinity rather than blood.
Huh.
Huh.
The delivery on that was amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. Huh. But there
Yeah,
we go.
I feel very threatened now. Thank you.
That's fine. Okay, well, we may continue this at a later point anyway, but as we'll kind of continue on through the downtimes, for Brooke, you are the last one to give us what you get up to. So if you will please.
So the time that everyone kind of in the in-between would see Oberon in the mansion, you'd see him training with Kirill quite a lot, and just like seemingly going through the library and like picking random books and things off shelves and going through them, like getting halfway through, putting them down, picking up another one, just seemingly trying to just gain a bit more understanding. Basically, is reading through the encyclopedia. While he's there, would trying to do some scrying on various people, so would be talking to Kirill, looking for different people. Yeah, that and just sleeping a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to explore some of the places as we pop out here and there in various locations. Would definitely take advantage of the fact that everyone is traveling to have a look around. For no one in particular, of course.
Sure. No one in particular.
No. No. But yeah, would prioritize trying to figure out where Grim is.
Okay.
So just taking advantage of the fact that we have access to Scry and the fact that everyone else is already traveling around quite a bit to basically speed fly around places.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to look for anything that might kind of help Oberon figure out where Grim is going,
Okay.
kind of which direction and things.
You, in going through different methods of tracking them down, you do find a lead. Grim is currently in a small wooded forest just outside the in-between, we'll say, of where Bellavere is and where the Howling Mountains is. They are traveling westward in the southern direction of the Howling Mountains, breezing past the forest there and seemingly going towards the coastline, the furthest west that the Abbott dynasty has to offer. You know where they are. You can try and track them down in person if you want to.
Yes. Would tell. I mean, I'm guessing he's involved in looking for Grim, but would tell him basically once he tracks him down and try and get a hand basically to deal with him, see if he can borrow either I'm blanking on both of their names right now, but
Richter and Caroline.
yeah, Richter and Caroline.
Coraline. Caroline?
Coraline.
Wait. Coraline.
Okay.
To
well,
basically keep it quiet a little bit and back him up just in case. Would be pretty straight up with, I want to go kill him. I don't like that, it's pretty straightforward in the motivations behind trying to find Grim.
sure.
Yeah.
Do you tell them about who you are deep down inside?
No.
Okay.
Just that Grim is out there and his soul seems to be in Helen's body.
Okay.
Because
Well,
by
at that
now,
point,
I mean,
might as
Oberon
well
would have been.
ask Cal to help. I can help too, if you're not telling us that bit. Cal already
Yeah,
knows
it's
that.
one of those things. If
Well, he doesn't know it's Grim.
well, does Oberon know that Cal knows is the thing?
Cal knows.
I mean, Cal knows that something else is in Helen's old
It's
body.
in Helen's body. Yeah.
Cal doesn't know it's Grim, but Cal knows that something is in Helen's body.
If Cal wouldn't have mentioned it, Oberon wouldn't have said anything, and would just get the others to go along, basically under the auspice of that's my soul in that body. So that seems like a me problem to get Richter and Caroline to go along with them.
Okay. In preparing this sort of expedition, you'll see Richter gathers everything for you. It's probably better if I don't go. I'd be a hindrance. Even though I can probably help out, I don't want to be caught up off guard. I'm still not 100%. So, but Coraline, she's more than capable to help you out. And, well, do be careful. If you can preserve the body, it would be inclined to do so. Perhaps we can bring Helen back in some way or fashion.
Oberon would just on I'll try, but do you think, I know it's not a demon, but would the necklaces work to capture a soul like that? I know I've been reading they can't really be destroyed in the same way, or not at least how it happens when other people die.
It's possible. Devils and demons almost come hand in hand. There's overlap for sure. But whether you can actually use it, I don't know. We've never really tested it. But worth a try. We also don't know what Grim is. They could be more demonic than devil.
We just kind of nod.
Alright, well, good luck. And be safe, both of you. Caroline nods, and the two of you, as the estate is teleported into basically the nook and cranny of a mountain ridge, you escape, leave through the front door, and find yourself in the woods. Tracking down Helen's body / Grim is fairly easy. They leave a trail of blood behind. Small creatures, animals, beasts, anything that's in the way is being kind of left bleeding or injured or killed. So you can find footmarks and track them down fairly easily. Coraline will look over to Oberon. So, what is it we're going to be doing? Are we actually apprehending this guy, or?
From what I've seen, it's been killing people as far and wide as it'll go, and it being Helen, or at least looking a lot like Helen, being the soul that was in my body's demon general named Grim can't be a good combination. I mean, especially if was associated with the rest of them. I mean, I asked about capturing the soul if it's that much of a problem, and I'm sure they want to do something with the body if we can, but if not, I think we should try and kill it, even if it isn't permanent forever. I mean, at least get rid of the body. That maybe doesn't sound correct, and would kind of start like visually racking their brain for, did I say that right, or does that sound really bad?
As you're speaking out to Caroline, absent-mindedly walking through like trees, you're in the middle of like autumn, so a lot of the trees are beginning to lose their leaves and they just fill the ground. You're pushing through them, and at one point everything just like shifts around oddly, to the point where as you're talking out loud you kind of stop yourself, and there's a leaf just hanging in dead space in front of you. It's not dropping, it's not floating away, it's stopped mid-air. You look around to everything else and you can see the rest of the petals that have fallen. They as well have frozen in time. Caroline behind you, frozen, looking ahead. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Why are you following me? You hear through the bushes and trees.
You shouldn't be walking around in that body.
Nor should you.
I didn't mean for this. That doesn't seem like it was on purpose either, but you do more damage.
Are you afraid?
No.
You can hear the bushes to your left shift and move, as if someone is stepping through them. Time has stopped, so there's only one person that it could be. What do you do?
Would kind of like flex like the back muscles and goes, the things that did this to you. You would just kind of like gesture to some of the ruins and things. We're hunting them. We don't want them here so that they can do this anything else. Didn't seem like you were a willing participant in any of this. Help us.
Behind one of the trees, you see the head just tilts out and looks at you. Blood stained across their face. Their eyes are completely blacked over, as there is not even a shine in them. They are just like stones as they stare at you. Help. Help with what? What can I do to serve your duty?
Help us be rid of these demons.
Steps out from behind the tree, and you see...
What helps them? You are next. In line, no? And they don't seem to be allies of yours.
No, not allies. Far from it. Is this body important to you? Do you care what happens to it? It is frail. It can break easily. And you see they grab the thumb and snap it.
It's lived its life. It died when it was meant to. That person died with conviction. There's more to life.
There
Greater
isn't.
things.
There's nothing to life. Life is just an endless cycle. None of us can escape. Death is a formula. Life is the equation that none of us will find an answer to. She'll step out and begin to walk in your direction. I need to be elsewhere. I have something of importance in my life, my duty. This is merely an inconvenience. But I feel like you won't stop. Will you ever stop trying to find me?
There are people who care more about, would gesture to Grim and just be like, this body than I do. Surely, you've said yourself. I'll help you find something more powerful to serve your purpose, but I think that one should give back to the earth.
They'll step closer, and now they are within 15 feet of you. You can smell the stench of someone who hasn't been cleaned in a month, 2 months. So let's take another step. Perhaps you're right. But I said this body was frail and weak. But what's inside matches my aura very nicely. There's a lot I can do with this. A child of the Fae, and a master of sin. A combination that is rare these days. I feel very fruitful. I'll take another step.
Yeah.
And now they are 5 feet away from you, face to face. You won't do anything. You can't do anything. You are too afraid of the consequences. Time has stopped. Everything here is at my whim. And don't think I don't know who you are deep down inside. This matches this. And they touch the side of your face.
And we seem to have made a trade. And I'm just gonna take the ceremonial dagger and slash him across the face.
You slice upwards, and you see carved into the cheek, up the mouth, and over the eye, a gash deep and potent. They don't even move as the strike hits. And you feel, as your hand is up, the blood dripping from your blade. They begin to phase and dissipate. I'll see you soon, Helen. Thank you for the body. It feels as though they stopped time for you. There is a trail of blood that you can follow, if you wish.
Yeah, we're following that shit.
Okay.
At speed.
You see Coraline is like continuing the conversation as if nothing happened. Sees you, steps away from where you were before. Did something happen, or?
Coraline, as far as I know, has... Oberon would turn and like, my apologies, and would just like, hold Coraline on the middle, just take off full speed, like, double tilt flying. Yeah.
Okay. You begin to take pursuit. You fly as fast as you can in the direction where you believe the trail to continue. The blood hasn't stopped, it's continued to pour. And you eventually follow to the base of a mountain. There is a small town that surrounds it, but there's a staircase leading downwards that doesn't seem many people around it. You fly in and quickly dart within. Looking at the surroundings, you can see that the cave entrance has been carved out. You can see devil symbology around the walls, the caves, everything within this space. And the steps leading down are seemingly barren. Then you smell that irony, ruddy scent. There are 4 guards here that are bloodied and dead, slashed and torn apart. And at the very end of this cave, you see a mark on a glyph made of stone and sigils, where blood has been rubbed into it, and a rift has opened to the 9 hells. Coraline just begins to speak up. You sure you want to go in there? It's pretty bad news. We'll be outnumbered and might not be good. This is a temple to the 9 hells. This is a portal that's been well looked after, and we're here, and people have just died. It's not really a good look. Are we going in, or are we leaving?
We don't have much of a choice. We can't leave that thing be.
All right, I guess we're going in. And you press against the sigil. The entire thing bridges open, and you find yourself falling down and down.
Would hold on to Coraline so she doesn't like fall into
You
the
hold on.
ground.
I'm gonna need you to roll a athletics check to see if you can grab onto her.
Okay. Cool, really cool. My athletics is so good, guys.
Is your goal to ride
Oh.
a bad character? Like, what's happening here?
Go and hail some immortals when
Oh,
you're
well,
athletically way better.
We
What do you mean?
We
What do you
cannot leave Grim and Helen's body. That will be so bad. So
What do you mean?
bad.
Well established portal to hell? Like it's fucking Walmart? What do you mean?
Oh, why not?
What do you mean?
You find him, he can stop time! He time stop.
With-
That's not...
With this happening, you find the planes shatter as you begin to descend downwards. You try to grab onto Coraline, even extend your wings outwards, but you're not falling, you are being dragged. You're being pulled down to whatever level of the 9 hells you will end up on. You are descending, and as Coraline leaves your fingers, you see she just disappears, and you continue to fall. Thum, 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 thum. You shatter through several layers of glass as you push through the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, and break into the 9th layer of hell. You are in the body of Grim, who belongs at the 9th level of hell. You are brought there, and you see a desolate wasteland where all there is bodies piled up, swarms of them, not even rotting, because there is nothing to rot. It's just a pile of death. To the left, to the right, everywhere you look, it is dead. But ahead of you, you can see a slightly blue dress, but mostly covered in blood by this point, running straight to this mountain, where there are 2 large statues either side, going as fast as they can, blood dripping down.
I would, go as fast as I can to get in front of Helen.
Okay. Can you roll an acrobatics check? See how fast you can go.
That I'm better at, theoretically. Or roll mid, that's fine too.
Okay. Do you still have Helen's character sheet? If you could roll an acrobatics check for them as well.
Fuck me, I don't know if I do. Give me a second. I'm trying to see if there's anything I can do to make me go faster, and I don't think there is.
No worries, I'll have a look. I'll have a look.
Let me. Archive Helen. Still level 7 for Helen.
Yes. They won't change the
Also-
modifier.
Okay. Also acrobatics. Or?
Yes, acrobatics as well.
Okay, she's
Okay. You take to the skies. It's easier to navigate this hellscape of death when you have wings to go over everything. Looking around, everything is in a muted grey and blue. Soft blues and greys cover the walls, the ceiling. There is depth here. There is you are in a box. You are contained within this tiny space, but then it stretches outwards, and you can almost see layers of the skybox are being pulled and pushed down as though it's bubbling and roiling like some sort of lava. You continue to fly ahead as fast as you can, seeing that mountain just grow larger and larger in the distance. You begin to break the distance between you and Helen, and then eventually you see Helen turns and her eyes flare, and you find yourself frozen. She then stops and turns. You really thought that following me here to my domain was a good idea? You feel that stop, drop, and you now have ability of yourself. You see her face has continued to slop to the side, as they haven't tried to repair it or do anything to it. It's just hanging jaw, slightly off. Is there anything you do, Oberon?
Oh, what the fuck do I do? Oh,
What? You didn't consider
Right.
that before you jumped into hell?
oh, okay.
Think about
Um,
that.
Watch Brooke die again.
um, yeah, I'm gonna take the dagger again and, like, just slice at it, but do the untethering strike if I can.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
okay, that's
We are
gonna help.
actually full tilting this.
All right. Can you roll to attack then? Roll a d20 plus your
Yeah.
dex.
Yeah.
You got this.
Yeah,
Kill
for
it.
sure,
Maybe
for
that'll
sure.
help. No.
That's the wrong character sheet. Why do I have so many? This one. This one. This one. That doesn't hit Helen, I don't think.
I don't think so either. I think their AC was a little bit higher than that.
Yeah, 18.
18. Yeah. So you
Apple.
slice outwards, and you see the hand just deflects you into one of the bodies nearby, and you see the body begin to writhe in the pain of being hit by this dagger, and then just its eyes roll back and it continues to fall into this sea of people. Their bodies undulate and move all together as though they are one. You strike outwards. You see the blood dripping from Helen's face. She picks it up into her hand, places a hand against you, and she's going to make a touch attack. We'll see how this turns out. Okay, plus their modifiers, it will definitely hit. You feel this blood hit the side of your cheek, and you are pushed 400 feet away from them through the bodies as you are just ragdolled away. And then you kind of like skate down and stop yourself as you've torn through bodies and limbs around you to kind of like stop yourself from flying further. And then they just continue to run towards the mountain. Do you
I
continue
just-
to pursue?
Yeah.
Okay. You, again, because you are faster flying, you break that distance once again. You have the dagger in hand. What do you do?
I'm faster significantly than. I'm just gonna, like, as I'm going by, just get one claw and just, like, grab, literally, just, like, with the, like, just by the, like, flesh, just grab and just, like, start flying in, like, basically the other direction.
Okay. Then this will be an athletics check to see if you can
Oh, I'm so
grab
lost.
on.
No.
Okay, well, that's a contested check. Okay, and that's what it.
No.
You hook in to their back. You feel your fingers dig in, and then you feel them slack as your nose is crunched into by their elbow, and you just feel that kind of pressure push you down as you hit into the soft bodies below. Again, as you hit into them after the failed attack, you hear them all rise upwards and trying to grab onto you, and I'm going to need you to make a strength saving throw.
Great. Great, I'm also really good at
Oh,
those,
that's an
guys.
amazing way to die. Squashed to death by the corpses of the dead and suffering.
You hear
That's
them.
iconic.
You hear them just beginning to mutter, "You killed me! You killed all of us!" As they all speak in unison. With a natural 20, though, for a 19, you break free of their hold and can see that now Helen has reached the base of the mountain where those two large statues are. As soon as they stand next to them, they turn to you, and the statues begin to move. The statues themselves are as big as the mountain, two of them, large, tall, looking down with twin spears in both hands. She just looks over. What's your move now?
Do these look like people? Like the bodies, or is
These-
it all kinds of anything?
The bodies on the ground, they are all different people, humanoid, devilish, fayish. There's all sorts of creatures here. There's a few humanoid ones.
It's your souls that go to the Nine Hells, right?
Yes. There's a lot of
I
thinking.
feel like we're all very curious what you're currently thinking. After that question, we're all excited.
Okay. So, from what I know, from what I spoke to Morgana about,
Yes.
there is a duality between sin and sentiment, basically.
Yeah. They come hand in hand. Sin is almost like a pure version of sentiment. It's one. They exhibit one feeling at the highest it can ever be.
Okay. But entire souls get condemned, so I'm going to reach a hand kind of down into, I guess, the landscape of souls that I'm currently stood on, and kind of breathe deeply and try to pull in the sentiment from all of these souls, because they may have been condemned down here. Theoretically, that's their whole soul, and sentiment as well as sin has contributed to that. So going
Okay.
to breathe in really deeply and try to harness that feeling as where it's flared before and just pull in.
Sure. Can you make
As
two
much as
rolls
I
for
can.
me? Can you roll your Blood Hunter abilities? That'll be your intelligence plus proficiency. And then I'll ask you to roll a d100. The classic d100.
Okay. I'm going to roll an intelligence saving throw
Plus-
because that is.
sure. Yeah.
If they
because
want to
that
roll
should be
low or
just-
high on the D100, just so we know.
D100 low. Lower the
Low,
better.
okay.
I can
Um,
check, but I think that should be the
low.
same.
You can have
So-
advantage on your check.
Like that.
Because the symbol on your chest does flare. You may not be grim, but you have their tool set.
Oof.
24.
Good, very good.
Being the one, being in the body that had killed every single one of these people, they all have a piece of mind to him, to Grin and what they did to them. You, for a moment, see flashes of what they had done. Grim had slaughtered every single one of them and left them to die on the edges of their very soul. Their body is no longer working, just merely there as a husk. Their souls have been drained to just a small percentage to have this almost forever feeling of dread here in this plane. And you reach into that. You tap into it with all your might. Now, if you could roll a d100, please. The lower the better.
Look.
Originally, the roll was going to be an 8, but because you succeeded on your intelligence check, it doubled it to a 16. So, with an 11, you reach down to all of these tortured souls that have been brought here for both a reason and not. You pick into every sentiment that's here, every element of sin, and you build it up bigger and bolder inside of you. You become the siphon for this sentiment and energy. For a moment, that resonance that builds up inside of you causes you to hover and vibrate to a point where you can feel the vibrations deeper into this mountain of another barrier that's created with the same sentiment and energy. And beyond, you feel oblivion, an endless pit of darkness, to where one sinful demon sits. It wells up inside. The spiral in your chest lights up red, outward in. And you look down towards Grim as you find yourself not flying but floating. As all of these sins and sentiment have risen you off the ground. What do you do?
Basically just kind of look towards Grim and goes, "You say we are the same. Coin might have two sides, but that does not make it two sides the same. Still choose your path, your actions. Coin will land on either side depending on the situation. I think in this exchange, I've gained more. You can feel your nature. You've killed everyone here, everything here. Service of what? Nothing for yourself. Nothing for anything. That is the difference. You crave this sin, and it is all for naught. Sentiment is different. It is everything. Two sides of the same coin. But this is it. You don't get to take something that represents good and corrupt it. That is not the way of things. Sin is also sentiment. Nothing is inherently evil, but it is my duty to protect sentiment from corruption and what you would use it for. I tried to speak with you, but this is over. And just would basically try and force the energy at Grin.
Okay.
Because as much as I know, you can siphon it and you can store it, but too much of different things can destroy. So it's basically trying to funnel
Overwhelm.
that energy that has been put onto all of these people back to the source of that corruption.
You give this speech as you're levitating off the ground, the red spiral in your chest glowing a bright red. But the further you speak, the more insights you give. That red spiral turns into something that is softer in color, more matching of the Fey realm, a almost prismatic spiral of greens and blues that swirl inside of you. And you let out one finger, and all of it fires off. You see Helen stood there, jaw hanging off to the side, eyes not what they were before. Look at you. Slight smirk as all of the sentiment, all of this pain in this plane is brought right back to the sender. And the body just disperses. The soul, for a moment, flies out of the body, and you can see this devil hovering there, captured in this moment of sentiment that you have flung in its direction. Throughout all of this, in the mountain, you see a pair of eyes watch, tall and impressive, hunched, but a fear to see as this almost goat-like devil of large proportions is looking forward and out of this crevice. Grim, the soul of, turns to look at their patron for help. But the patron does not answer. What do you wish to do with Grim's soul?
I want to try and reach for it.
At the moment, you have at the end of your tether. You can do as you please with it.
I'll kind of just look at it for a second. As far as I know, with the nature of souls, there's like various deities that kind of watch over them.
Mm-hmm. There are. There's divine lineages. There's also primordial ones. There are different kind of entities if you wish to hand them off. There's also the barrier as well. But for the most part, the Raven Queen is the usher of dead and leads them to where they need to go next.
Would kind of hold Grim. Basically, this idea that souls powerful and not were fed to the barrier to keep it strong, right? Would just kind of turn to soul and goes, you were tasked with various things. You must have some understanding that what your patron seeks is beyond even power. Power is not inherently an evil thing. That is not what we're discussing here. You can kill for power. There are many things you can do for power. You can live for power, love for power. But that is not what his aim was. You have seen the feelings, felt the sentiment, embraced all of that. Come with me or stay here and help what you've led so many souls to. And we just kind of look at the barrier.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check. What outcome would you prefer?
Basically saying, like, you've spent your life in service of something that is beyond even, like, reasonable things. You have an opportunity now to, like, basically redeem your soul in helping keep this thing at bay, or basically giving him the opportunity to come with Oberon, i.e. go in the necklace / whatever, and not contribute to this.
Okay. There's a moment in time where everything freezes and you see Grimm's soul hover there for a moment. One thing that doesn't freeze is the sound of wings that flap through the air. You turn and look around you, and there is a sea of not bodies but ravens, all looking at this soul. Hundreds of thousands of them, staring and watching. And then beside you, a figure, silent, just hovers beside, wearing a mask that is crooked down the center, only covering one eye whilst the other is completely in view.
We'll just kind of breathe deeply and turn and goes, you believe in chaos, same as I. And inherently that is choice. This is a final choice that you get to make for yourself. Do something with it that's worth your time, worth your while, worth everything that you've done.
You watch as a man dressed in raven attire watches this happen and has no further comment. You see Grimm, Helen in this instance, has made a decision. Time continues to flow. The ravens are no longer. The usher for death disappears. And you see the soul pushes into the mountain and disappears from view altogether. You hear just this shimmering shift of that same buzzing that you'd felt before in the air as they have become one with the barrier once more, enhancing it, protecting anyone from going in further. Meanwhile, that devil continues to look from the mountain at you. And as that buildup of sentiment fades, the spiral dissipates. He turns and returns back to his mountain. For you, Helen is gone. Grimm is gone. The body is shattered and nothing remains. Behind you, the bodies shift up and create this archway as you see a return from where you had entered previously, back to the prime material plane.
I'd do a deep bow kind of towards the mountain and then turn around. Do I have any idea where Coraline went? Or any sense of where Coraline is?
No idea.
You have good news and bad news, guys.
But knowing Coraline, she probably will enjoy being here.
Yeah, it's. I'm trying to think if I have anything. Sorry, I'm not meaning to click that it pops out the text.
You're all
I just
good.
keep
Don't
doing
worry.
it. That's the wrong character sheet. She's gone. I'm trying to think. Do I have anything? I can try and target someone with dream, even if they're awake, right?
Not necessarily. They have to be sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can cast a spell, the messenger if the target is awake when you cast a spell, the messenger knows it and can either end the trance or wait for the target to fall asleep, at which the messenger appears in the target's dream. Yeah, okay. So she'd have to, like, let me, which she's unlikely to do given where we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no other way out of the 9th layer of hell. So this is your only shot.
She, from what I could tell, split off before the 9th level, right?
Yeah. You're not sure which level, but you lost track of her as you were descending.
Okay. And, like, there are ways to get to the hells, aside from the 9th level.
Yeah, you can also teleport.
Okay. I will speak it into the void that I will not leave you here, and then go through the doorway.
Okay. You head through the doorway. You find the disaster of the deaths of all these guards here. You can hear footsteps of guards beginning to enter to follow through with the sighting of devils that have entered the cave. What do you do?
I
Do you
have
stay?
invisibility. I
Okay.
have invisibility. I'm gonna do that and leave.
Okay.
Is the thing like closed behind me?
It's closed again,
or...
yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Poor guys, that was kind of, but not really my fault. So that's okay. Yeah, I am just going to go.
Okay.
I'm going to leave. I'm going to try and get back to the house and talk to Hazar, and then try and find Caroline. It's a definite problem.
About that assistant of yours.
Okay. Well, as you return back, some attempts are made to track down Coraline, and it's successful. It's not a hard job to do. She is also potent and well trained in magic and shadow arts, so she can track her way back. Takes a couple of months, but she does end up getting back to the estate. Yeah, well, she also enjoys staying there, so.
Oh, well.
But as all of your downtime is kind of wrapped up, we will go back to elements of it as we continue with the story. You do all find yourselves reuniting back at the estate. After the adventures you've gone on by yourselves or together, slightly changed, slightly newer, with new armor and equipment to boot. How does everyone look? If you could give us a little description of your characters before we kind of end today's session, after these 6 months. Is there any change to them? Some of you did buy dye, so I don't know if you're actually using the dye.
That has washed out.
Well, I
since
don't know if you're
we-
reapplying.
No.
Alright.
Yeah, see, here's the problem. Max hasn't approved any of my item designs yet.
What about your hair,
So-
though?
Yeah, what about your hair though? Also, how young is
Yeah, but-
Oren now? Like, what age were you before you de-aged by 9 years? How old are you now?
Give me a second. I'm pretty sure I was 54.
Oh, okay. Good, you can take some more breaths. That's okay. I would have been dead after like 3, so. One! Count as like 21!
I know.
That's 3 sevens! 3
That's
sevens,
3
bro.
sevens.
Gone.
I mean, Oberon just went from old to older, so I think
Yeah.
they'd be fine.
Okay, would anyone like
It's-
to describe
it's
their
not-
character then if we're unsure about Arne's?
No, I did not think that far, and also depends
Um,
on many things.
Oh, for
so-
fuck's sake. Okay.
Well, Oberon would basically, by the end of that period, have all of their, like, basically proper clothes and armor made for their new body.
Yeah.
Would have some new weapons made, like a bigger crossbow, armor that actually fits properly. And
wild. What an interesting choice of
What a
weapon.
what a quinky dink.
what a quinky dink! It's fine. Would keep the ceremonial dagger, like, would maybe try and get a nice sheath for it so that it can, like, go in their belt. But yeah, for the emo boy form, very kind of dyed, like various shades of turquoisey, leather padded studded armor, with like very long, like robes and like skirt and long sleeves to cover like the spiral that's mostly like on their body,
Yeah.
and like high collar as well. And then for the other form, let's just say it's a real hot, sexy short outfit.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Leonie, why is it always you that talks first?
Valid, no.
It is
Valid,
nice.
no. They're hot. Valid, no. They're so hot. It's fine.
God. Okay. What about Cal? Do you have a description in mind already?
I mean, I'd say the only change he's not. I don't think he's changed much outwardly, but I do think that he would have. Can't believe I have to say this. That he would have taken up regularly bathing. So he's cleaner than he was before. He spent multiple months in nature, but he's cleaner than he was before.
All
If
this
that's
posting
possible.
text, Alicia liked that.
Yeah. Alicia will remember this.
Well, I'm not hoping that it's Alicia who likes it, so.
Alicia approves. Stop flirting with my mom. You're gross.
Well, Max hasn't spoken about that yet, so who knows?
No, it's true.
Who knows if it's effective?
There's a reason why I don't want to talk about it, Leonie.
Well,
Okay. Well, as we come into the kind of current time, to tee us up into things to come, you do see Kirill Shazad approach this kind of humanoid, sort of insectoid creature, full sentience as well as a heightened mind for magic of the more primal elements. He approaches all of you. He was given essentially a smoking gun, a way to track down the next demon that had tried to attack you guys long ago. And you see he kind of approves. Good evening, everyone. I have been able to track down this next demon, and it looks like we are in good luck. They are isolated in the mountains of Tunthir. This should be quite
that's
easy.
good news. That's very good news. I've never been to Tunthia. I've heard horrible things about it. There's very, very, like, jungly, there's dinosaurs and shit. But I'm sure it's gonna be exciting.
Exciting wouldn't be the word I would use. if that's what you prefer.
Oh yeah.
You can also view like that. That's a bit pessimistic, but
Do we have any information on why the demon is there? If they're hiding, good, but if a demon decides to make up their lair in some faraway place, there's probably a horrible reason for it. We should not underestimate this task.
Very true. Very true indeed. Well, this demon in particular is one that is quite isolated in general. Devastus, Woe of Death. They do not tend to find themselves in larger spaces only during combat and battle. So for them to be isolated is not far from what we understand.
I'm sorry, the name is the Vestas Vote of Death?
The Woe of Death, yes.
Oh my god. Okay, that's... I'm less excited now, but maybe we still get to see dinosaurs, so that's still cool.
This one
Do we
had
know
a
when
personal
That's fucking
hand
horrifying.
in killing my clan. So I am
Oh,
quite
yes.
looking forward to seeing his entombing.
Are you accompanying us then, or...?
I will be, yes, for this one.
Good.
Do we know anything?
Having
about
seen
this?
all of time, do we know what this thing theoretically looks like?
You can roll a history check.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same.
Sure.
Having seen all of time.
Just that little caveat.
Hey, you're the one
Oof,
that gave us
nice.
the horse.
It's true. 23 and 24, well, both of you. Devastus, Woe of Death. This is an entity that is told in stories and being a one-man army, destroying and being called upon when a battle has been won and someone wishes vengeance. This is a person who has nothing else but time for death. They will destroy anything that comes in sight, and they are represented in the form of blades in a whirlwind, as they just shred through armies without ever stopping.
Are we sure
Fun
this is
stuff.
something we should fight at level 9?
Great.
Are we sure that level
Cool
8
and
is the
good.
correct
Cool and
moment
good.
to fight this guy?
It will be fine. We will be good. We're fine. We've got Kirill. Kirill is strong, and as all
Yeah,
the time.
Kirilla's really strong. Yeah, strong
I feel like we're walking into a personified blender, but alright.
Persona.
It's fine. It's
Pretty
fine.
much.
Maybe the blender will be friendly.
Yeah, the Vow of Death will be super friendly.
No, the blender will be friendly.
Super
It's
friendly.
okay. The blender will be friendly. It is okay. I think the blender will be
Yeah.
our friend.
We're going and pulling the plug.
We're gonna die. But at least we'll see dinosaurs when we get there, so.
That's not a bonus. You know what happened last time we ran into dinosaurs?
Hey, we
It was
managed
not
fine.
fun.
No one died
What
in that fight. No one died. You
Two
almost got
people
eaten, but
almost
you didn't
died.
die. Yep, almost being the key word. No one died.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
because
sure
we
this
had
is going to turn
Blade.
into Jurassic Park.
It's just Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
No,
Pretty
gonna
much.
stop
And-
it.
Janet
Anyway,
could eat a dinosaur.
Oh, hell yeah.
Why are you enabling this? Why?
I'm going to have Oren come and build an electrical fence to keep the dinosaurs in.
Stop.
Let's make an extra.
Is that a Brachiosaurus?
We're
Yes,
just
it is a
colonizing the
Nice.
dinosaur land. Oh
Then
lord.
I'm gonna get Savick to gene modify one of the T-Rexes. I see no flaw in this plan.
Oh,
Yeah, that went. That
No.
Let's
Oh,
commercialize it too.
well.
Hell
People
yeah.
doing it.
Yes.
It always
corporate
goes
greed.
super well. I've lots
Nice
of
collection from
We should do
Philip.
that.
This is a prime tourist attraction.
Yeah.
With all of that said, you do hear the knocking of the cane as walking through, joining in this conversation is Aiden Hassar. I will also be joining you for this one.
How dangerous is this guy?
It will be a full house.
Oh my god. Okay.
It is just to be sure. You're meaning that as a figure of speech, or are you taking the house too?
No, we will take the house too. We cannot let this creature get ready for battle. They usher through a few prayers before they begin. We must catch them by surprise, as fast as possible. Give them enough time and they will be too strong to defeat. It will need all of us. All of us. And he looks around to everyone, including Life's Echo. This is one of the more dangerous creatures, but we have the element of surprise. With that surprise, strike him quick. Do not let him grow stronger. And that'll be another down. No more deaths for us.
Oberon would like raise a cup.
Good thinking.
Right.
Oren raises, like, I don't know, a wine bottle.
A bottle. Or bottle.
Oh, he
He's
just
9
has
years younger.
those,
He can
so
drink now.
I think I had like 5 of those.
Glass water.
Yeah. A few
Cal
others.
steals one of Oren's bottles.
Yeah. A few others
I'm
raise
cold.
theirs.
Uncorks it. You somehow smell tomato.
Oh.
Tomato.
You and your foods, man. It's so fucked. This one's potato. This one's tomato. Put them together. You have a nice soup. With this, you raise your glasses and you hear the knocking of the cane from Aiden Hassar as your next mission, be it next session or the session after, will be you attacking this woe of death. And, well, we'll plan
Nice.
for it next time. It's the end of today's session. There we are. Some moments lasted a bit longer than I was expecting.
Really?
But, really, I didn't think you would go on a complete journey to kill Helen, but, you know, is what it is.
Do I need to? I'm gonna read. Priority number 1
Mhm.
in caps: finding and killing Grim.
Yeah.
Also in caps.
Yeah.
Was at the top. Priority number 1: finding and killing.
You've saved us 2 seasons and a movie here.
You did.
Yeah.
That was it. We fast-tracked that, so there we are. Perfect.
Max was like
Very nice,
shredding the entire quest line he wrote for that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. This is so nice of you.
Easily done. Well done. We're back with Threads of Chaos. We're back to our kind of weekly sort of streams. So look forward to that as we do more. A bit of housekeeping. So the episode that you're going to be watching live, will also be uploading it tomorrow, the next day. So if you're watching the VOD, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, do the YouTube thing. It helps us in the algorithms and all that good stuff. And if anyone that you think may enjoy this, there are bigger shows out there that are probably taking priority for most people. I have not seen the newest episode of Critical Role yet for season 4, but
Yeah, it's pretty good.
no, I haven't.
It's pretty good.
I'm sure that's very good. But yeah, if you enjoyed, let us know in the comments, and we will see you next week for the next Threads of Chaos. If you enjoyed the world of Kurthayek, you can join us for Sunday, Still Hearts. But if you want something completely outside of all of this lore and it's too confusing, then join Feyre on Friday. a bit more laid back and more traditional in the sense of storytelling.
I wouldn't say laid back, but sure.
Well, yeah, you know,
Also, we're
it's a
about
bit
to
more
meet
streamlined.
the first hag of the campaign. Despite there being a lot of talk about hags, we're finally going to meet one on Friday, so that's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, she might kill us all.
Yeah.
We'll see how Max behaves.
The fuck?
Rejoin next time when we create Jurassic Park and fight kitchen appliances.
There we are. See you then. Name of the title.
Stop! Copywriting!
Yeah,
Stop!
I know. Bye.